everyone. Now, this is the fly I'm going to be tying. This is basically what I call anything really. It's just it's a dart dun, dart wing. It's got this case. This is the olive dun CDC that I've used in the body. Yellow thread, as you can see, and Coq de Leon in the tail. Now, this is tied with the new ultra dry yarn that I've been using throughout the season, and I'm just putting some flies together. I've tied a few different patterns with it, like the Dynamite Harry and so on, but this is the sort of Impressionist dun, as I call it. Gives a great impression on the water. I have many flies, and the fish love these type of patterns. Probably catch as many on these as I do any other pattern. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a light on it just to show you how this material, especially the winging material, looks like. Obviously you can see it's changing the colour, goes that nice yellowy colour. If that's the colour you'll get in the sun. You've got the olive in the body there, coming from the stem especially. But if you look at the wing, how it catches the light, because people ask me about how it catches the light, and it does really well. Pretty amazing stuff at times, and I was surprised how well it worked. Like anything, you always get a new material and you say, oh, it's very similar to this, blah blah blah. But this has it slightly that it's different. So, and but it worked extremely well. Or I wouldn't be using it or tying with it. So simple as that. It's a very simple fly to tie. Now the hook, I'm going to close the hook here so you can see it. Hooks I'm using, this is a Fulham Mill one. Now I do like they've got a black nickel version of this as well. It's called Ultimate Dry. You see this is a size 14. Now I'm going to start just short of the eye, and then I'm going to work my way down, stop just before the bend and remove the waist. Using a Coq de Leon fibre. This is one from Whiting. This one here is a kind of fiery brown type colour that they do. It's a great colour, adds a wee bit something to the fly, like a pardo, a medium pardo, or even just cock hackles would be fine. But if you've got the Coq de Leon fibre, then go for it. So I'm never shy with the tail fibres, so it's a good half dozen there. Remove them from the feather. You're looking for at least the hook length to go over the back, at least that. So I usually come around with a single turn, come underneath, and then pull towards the eye. That flares the tail and lifts it, as you can see. Now we trim this the length of the body, which is there. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm actually going to come up, I'm going to form the body a wee bit with the thread. It's the underbody in a way. I'm going to come back down and stop about, say, 1.5 to 2 mil from there. So we've got our CDC, it's a single CDC feather. I'm going to catch it in with the thicker part of the stem. So I'm going to take this down. So I'm come down for the very tip, I'm going to catch this on, and then work my way up, all the way to where I started, which is there. Then I'm going to rib the body with the feather. So I'm just going to draw back the CDC, use my hackle pliers. I mean, the stem of CDC are actually quite strong, so we're just ribbing the body and winding right up to the meet with thread. Just ignore things, just drawing the fibre back when you need to. Once you get to the top, and catch it in. Now we're about probably 2.5 mil or so from the eye. I'm going to trim away, keep this for dubbing. Never throw it away because there's always good fibre left. I'm just going to tidy up here with a wax. Now what I'm going to do here is just there's a couple of things you can do. I like, the easiest way to do it is, I've got the hairdryer. I'm going to blow up from the underneath, and you can do it with your fingers, but this is a good way of doing it, and it fluffs the fibre out. So I'm just going to turn the hairdryer on, just lift it up. Gives a better idea of what it's like, and then we can come in and we can break out some of the fibres. We don't want them all too long. Just going to break out some of the ones at the back. Just be careful with your tail. That's fine. It's still, if I look through there, I see the body really well. You'll see it quite thick. So, but it's fine. Just going to lift this up a wee bit. Now, the one I'm using, or the ultra dry yarn, is the brown dun. This one, it's quite a dark colour, so it's kind of dark, or a dark grey as you want to call it. Although it says dark brown, it's an actually very good colour. You can see it there. Now you can see the properties of the ultra dry yarn. It's got that spring in it. Because it's got that spring, it keeps the fibre open, and so it floats really well. Now it's important that you wax your thread here. Now this is a single length. Now it comes off in lengths. So a single length like this is enough to form the right and the left side of the wing. So we just draw that back. Now I'm going to come round, catch it, and then just with a single turn, and then bring the longer side towards myself. Basically this is forming like a figure 8. Keeping the thread tight. I'll do it a couple of times. Pulling the wing up the way, and do another once, and that should be fine. That's a very light wing. Oops. It'll never pull out. As long as you wax your thread as well, it's fine. Don't put too much on. Now what you can do, I'm just going to trim it just the length of the wing it's there. There's a good inch either side, so I'm just leaving it at this point. Now to tidy up the front of the fly, I'm going to be using this material here. This is the ultra dry dub. You can see it there. This is from Full Mill again. It's really good. I wouldn't be using it otherwise. It's a lovely blend of material. I don't know if you can see it there. I'm not sure exactly what's in it. It's a bit natural, a bit of everything there, and it's very leggy. Like, it's so easy to dub. It's nice stuff. And all I'm doing is just lightly dubbing this on, and I mean lightly, not too much. Just darkens the thorax area. Just keep my fingers away from it a wee bit, just so that I'm not making it too tight. So I'm just going to tidy this area up, really with a loose fibre. Even if you lose some, just run it through your thread, stroke it back, take off the excess. Just lightly. I mean, at the moment I'm just coming through it with the thread turns. This wee bit away. Just being patient with your fly. See what it's like. Draw it back. When it turns a thread in front here, it's fine. And then what you want to do is just, the easiest way to varnish it is to put some varnish on the thread from about an inch, sorry, not an inch, that's a wee bit too far, about a centimetre from the eye, just some varnish on the thread. And then you want to hit finish, just holding the fibre back. And tighten up. Trim that away. Now to trim the wing length, you want to trim it in line with the back of the hook, so you can either I'm trying to keep out of the way of the CDC at the moment, so hold the wing up. I want a sort of taper, so take my CDC away, come up, I'll just put my scissors in here, so I can hold it to the back of the hook, at a slight angle, trim away. I know I've missed one or two, but we can always find them. I'll just leave them. If they look the part, just leave them. Now what you've got there is a nice, light, Impressionist type dry fly. You can trim underneath if you want. Just come in, make sure that's clean, which will give a more of a decent imprint as well. Don't want to take too much out. But you cast this, it's just nice and light, nice and, how can I put it, when it hits the water it gives that dimple, and that's a lot of times that's what the fish are looking for. Even with the colours wrong, sometimes you get away with it, even with that sort of small dimple. Great, nice soft pattern, easy to tie, and it'll keep catching. It'll just quick dry with the Amadou, or put it floating, and it'll straight back out there, and it'll keep catching your fish. So, and you can tie them all sizes. Just what I do is I go into the very small. See, if you look at that CDC there, it's get broken fibre. Sometimes you can just take out the very long ones, either side, just nip them out. And that gives you a nice, say if you were tying a smaller fly, and it gives you a nice rib as well. And it's strong, it's stronger than you think. So it's a great wee pattern, it's a great way of doing stuff. An impressionist type fly like this, or a dun, will catch you sometimes more fish than any. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and again, thanks for watching.